Boolean expression is given as follows. So we have to find out the simplified version of the given Boolean expression. So in order to simplify the given Boolean expression, we have to use the De Morgan's laws. That is, we know that a plus b plus c whole bar is equals to a bar, b bar, c bar. Similarly, we have to apply this rule to the above Boolean expression. So we will get it as a bar, b, c bar plus a, b, c bar, a bar, b, c plus a, b, c. This is the Boolean reduced one. Means after applying the Boolean expression, we are getting this Boolean expression. De Morgan's laws, we are getting this Boolean expression. So we have to simplify this one. A bar plus a, b, c bar, a bar plus a, b, c. So this is 1, this is equals to 1. So bc bar plus bc, c plus c bar, this again equals to 1. So the reduced version of the above given Boolean expression is nothing but a b, which is option B is correct. Output f2 be 0 in the logic circuit shown, the input combination should be. See, the output gate is an XOR gate. The output of XOR gate we wanted to be here 0, means the input the input must contain even number of ones. Here for AB is passed through XOR gate as well as the XNOR gate. That means here and this point as well as this point, these two are always opposite. Means if it is 1 is 1 and other is going to be 0, if other is going to be 1 and this is going to be, means either 1 or 0 or 0 or 1 possible. These two inputs cannot attain the same value. Again, one more thing is, all the three inputs contains even number of ones. So C has to be 1. So hence the option D is the only possibility. To the counter, if the input frequency is 1.2 kHz, then the output frequency is. See, the counters are going to be in clear, or the counter is going to be resetted if Q1 bar as well as the Q0 bar both are going to be zeros. Then only the counter goes back to 0, 0, 0. Initially assume Q2, Q1, Q0, which is equals to 0, 0, 0. For the first clock pulse, it is going to be this. For the second clock pulse, it is going to be this. For third clock pulse, it is going to be this. For this particular combination, Q1 bar is 0, Q0 bar is 0. Hence, the output of OR gate is going to be 0. There is no need of extra clock pulse to clear the counter, because this is a combination. As long whenever the inputs appear across this, then it is going to clear the counter. Hence from here to goes back to here. So how many distinct states are there? Means only 3 states. Hence 1 point, that is F out, equals to 1.2 divided by 3, that is 4. That is option A is correct. That is, this is 0.4. One is set if M5 and M4 are 1, the range of addresses for which A1 is set. This is A0, this is A1, A2, A3. Here the address range from the options, it is a 16-bit address. So M50 to M8 are all ones. Here M15 to M8 are all 0 because they haven't given any connections about the M15 to M8. But remaining M7, M6, M5, M4, M3, M2, M1, M0. See, for the combinational circuit to enable, M7 and M6 must be 1, then only combinational circuit is going to be enabled. So M4 and M5 must also be 1 in order to set A1 line. So this combination should be always in this way, then only the combinational circuit is going to work and the A1 line is going to be set. The M3 and M2, M1, M0 can be varied in this range. So it is F0 to FF, this lower byte. So complete address range is 00F0 to 00FF. Hence option B is correct. In 8085 microprocessor system with memory mapped IO, which of the following statements are correct? Statement P, IO devices has 16-bit address. It's true because in memory mapped IO, the part of the memory space is allotted to the IO devices. Hence, the memory address is 16-bit. Hence, IO device is also going to have a 16-bit address. And the IO devices are accessed using in and out instructions. In and out instructions are used in IO mapped IO, not in memory mapped IO. Hence, statement Q is wrong statement. Statement P is correct statement. There can be a maximum of 256 inputs and 256 output devices, because this is a wrong statement, because in case of IO mapped IO, the output address is 8-bit. Hence, we can connect 256 maximum input and 256 maximum input devices. But this is the memory mapped IO. It's not. This is a wrong statement. Statement is arithmetic and logical operations can be performed directly with the IO data. Here this statement is correct because the memory space is allotted to the IO devices. The logical and arithmetic operations can be performed with the memory space. Hence we can perform directly with the IO device as well, because it uses the memory instructions. Hence statement P and S are correct. Hence option A is correct. Participation in load register from a given graph is, from this one, I equals to 0, V is equals to 300, which is nothing but VThevenians. Okay, V equals to 0, that means I equals to 30 amps, which is nothing but ISC. So RThevenians is nothing but VThevenians by ISC, that is 300 divided by 30, which is 10 ohms. We know that, so we can represent it as 300 volts, 10 ohms. For maximum power dissipation, RL must be equals to the RTH. So the power dissipation across the load resistor is nothing but 300 divided by 20 is the current into RL is the 10 ohms. So 300 into 300 divided by 20 into 20 into 10. 10 2 ja 10 150. So this cancelled 150. So 150 into 15, which is equals to 0 75 22 watts. That is 2250 watts, which is option A is correct.